Hi kids, Ross from Dell's Garden Center here, and today is a beautiful April morning, and we're going to be out here. We're going to show you how to put down hardwood bark mulch, and also to put pre-emergent down to keep those nasty weeds from popping up throughout the year. So things you'll need: gloves, gals, guys. You can get so much more done when you've got gloves on. So get yourself a good pair of gloves. Also, for working around the plants, this little claw, it's a good product to have. As you get older, knee pads, oh, such a joy to be able to kneel down on something other than the dirt. Products we're going to be using this morning are Dimension, which is this high-yield turf and ornamental weed and grass stopper. And this is a pre-emergent herbicide. And a little bit about how this works. This kind of creates a vapor barrier is what it does, and the weed seeds will actually germinate. They'll germinate just a little bit. When they do, that chemical will get in there and kill them off. So it kind of creates a vapor barrier, so if you ever go in and dig into that area that you've treated with this, you'll need to retreat that area because you'll break that vapor area. Okay, all right, so that's the stuff we're using there. Good product. Is a good long-lasting product. It's going to last you most of the season. We'll also be using some mulch. We've got some hardwood bark mulch here. And we've got a mulch that I'm really excited about. It's called Gorilla Hair mulch. And compared to what you get at the box stores you get a bunch of chopped up pallets and a bunch of wood that's been tinted or painted or stained different colors. This is pretty much all bark, and it's all cedar bark. And we'll show you just how wonderful it looks when it goes down. It also meshes together really well, so it doesn't get affected by the wind as much. So good product. Okay, so what we want to do first is get ourselves a nice stiff rake. So we've got a good garden rake like this one here. Good stiff tines on there. And we'll want to come along wherever your edges are and dig some of that soil away so that your bark mulch isn't spilling over top of the edge of your sidewalks and other hardscapes you might have. So we'll just do a little bit of that. We'll bring this stuff back into the bed a ways, and we want to get that down an inch, maybe 2 inches. We got a wire there. We'll bring this up back into the middle of the bed. Just kind of get that prepped out a little bit. You see quite a bit of dirt has worked its way up into here. But quite a bit of that looks like dirt is actually decomposed organic matter mulch, and it's great for your plants. So we'll just do this little area here, get some of that out and around there, smooth it all out, take one last little pass across here to get it away from the sidewalk. And we'll start getting ready for the mulch. The two different types of mulches here that you can see. First one is the hardwood bark mulch. That's a good product. Look at that. Lots of mulch, real dark in color. This will fade a little bit, but it keeps a good dark color throughout the year. And all we need is just a little 1-inch thick covering of this stuff. So it'll go quite a ways. So we get that down, and you can do one or two different things now at this point. So you can spread that with your rake, put that back in there, cover it over, and shoot for that even 1-inch coverage. So you see how we're doing there. Okay, a little professional trick here. Take a leaf rake and put it upside down and just kind of go over top of that. And look how that smooths things out. Really nice. When you get done, you come and bring your blower along and you blow all the stuff back into the bed here, or take a broom and sweep it into there. And that's how you do things. We'll also prep out a little area here Put some of that gorilla hair mulch down so you can see that. Got a little spot here we've started working on. Pull that stuff up into here. Okay, I think that's ready for our gorilla hair mulch. Just tear that open there and start setting it down. Spread this out a little with the rake. Now, this stuff is so dense and thick. The rake does not do a real good job. You almost have to get down there and get at it with your hands and break some of that stuff up to get that down, but we'll rake it up a little bit here, loosen it some. And once again, we're gonna go for about 1 inch of coverage. Now this just really mats together super well. You can kind of see as you start to pack it in there that it really starts to mat together. And so that kind of keeps it a little bit more able to withstand the winds that we get here in northwest Iowa. Cut around and break things up. Look for thin spots. If you have a thin spot, just kind of open that up a little bit so you can see it, and you can go back through with your bag and add a little bit more into those thinner areas. So there you go. It's looking pretty good. Around the trees, of course, around your perennials, your shrubs, your trees, just put that right up against there. One note though, as you're putting this around trees, is you don't want to make a volcano type thing up along the trunk of your trees. You want to protect that stem from being buried. So when you're mulching a tree, when you get right to that base of that tree, you will come down and stop at the base of that tree. Don't add any mulch along the outside bark of your trees. Okay, one little tip. Okay, so next thing we want to do, we're just going to say we had this all done, all barked. We want to start using our dimension. A little spreader like this, which we'll get out here at Dell's Garden Center for you to buy, works really great. And you can see our guys from our landscape department have come in here and they've added little lines that show you there's 1 pound, there's 2 pounds, there's 3 pounds. They've written on there that it's dimension and it's 1 pound per 100 square foot. Aren't our guys smart? Got some really good people working for us. And so what they want to do, what you want to do is make about a 10 by 10 foot area. And we've done that over here. You know that from this crack to this area up over here is 10 by 10 foot. So we want to take this pound of that material and spread it over top of there. And this is a pretty slick little device. It just starts spreading it out there. Gets a nice even distribution. And with your perennials, you can go right over top of the perennials. Go around them, try to get as much on the bark as possible. And try to spread this stuff lightly over that 10 by 10 foot area. And then once we're done, whatever we have left over, we'll just go over it and make sure that we're getting it all distributed in that 10 by 10 foot area. And once you've done that once, you can kind of see how thick it's distributed. And you'll know in the future, yeah, I've gone over once, and you see my mark right there. I've used about half of it, perfect. So now I'll go over it another time just with about that same amount. And we'll have a pretty good idea for our future planting bed, just about how thick to put this stuff. Looks like it's about like this. That's what we want to be doing. So it's a good way to kind of test things out, see where you're at. We're getting close to being about out. We got a little bit more. We're just gonna hit some of the spots that I maybe had it thin on. Around the edges nice and well. And there we go. We've used it up. A little bit left, I guess. There we go. I think we got her done. So now you can see about how thick you need to get that covered. So come on out to Del's Garden Center. We've got the people here that know what you need to do and what products you need to use. And we also have all the products that you need. So come on out and visit us at Del's Garden Center.